My ex-girlfriend tried to come back after I became successful. So I gave her exactly what she deserved. I remember the day we broke up like it was yesterday. Samantha. And I had been together for 3 years, and I had thought we were inseparable. She was charming, beautiful, and fun. The kind of girl everyone envied. But she also had a side I didn't see until it was too late. Selfishness and a sense of entitlement that I mistook for confidence. The breakup wasn't dramatic. No yelling, no cheating accusations. She just told me she wanted more out of life and that I was holding her back. At the time, I was working a mediocre job, barely scraping by, and saving up for my dreams. I felt crushed, but I accepted it. Or at least I told myself I did. The weeks after the breakup were unbearable. I couldn't focus at work. I avoided friends, and every song on the radio seemed to echo my heartbreak. I wandered the streets of my city, haunted by memories of us laughing in coffee shops, walking, in parks, and dreaming about the future we'd planned together. Every corner reminded me of her. Every message from her friends felt like a dagger. But amidst the pain, a spark ignited. I realized that if I stayed stuck, I'd never heal, and I'd never grow. I made a choice. I wasn't going to waste my life waiting for someone who left me for convenience. I poured myself into work, into learning, into building something real. Nights became my best friend, filled with coding, research, and planning. Early mornings became my weapon, a time when I could push further than anyone else, including my past self. I started a small tech company from my tiny apartment. The first year was brutal. Clients vanished without notice. Bugs in my code caused catastrophic errors. I survived on instant noodles and takeout, too tired to cook. Friends stopped checking in, saying I was obsessed or overworking myself. But I didn't care. Every failure was a step closer to success. Every sleepless night made me sharper, more focused. Slowly, things began to change. I learned to hire the right people, to trust my instincts, to market my ideas effectively. I perfected my product until it became something people genuinely needed. Then came the first big investor, and everything shifted. Within 3 years, the company skyrocketed. Suddenly, I wasn't the struggling guy Samantha had left behind. I was successful, respected, and, most importantly, thriving without her. And then she appeared again. Out of nowhere, I received a message from Samantha on LinkedIn. Not casual, not friendly, calculated. The words on the screen seemed too deliberate to be coincidence. Hey, I've been following your success. We should catch up. Miss, talking to you. I stared at the message for a long time. My chest tightened, my pulse spiked. I'd waited years for closure, for a chance to forget, but now she wanted back in. And only now, when my life was better, my bank account bigger, and my confidence unshakable, I almost deleted it. Almost. But instead, I replied, "Sure, let's meet." I wanted to see her, to feel the sting, to measure how much she had really changed. I didn't want her to know I had a plan she would never see coming. The day of our meeting arrived. She walked into the cafe, dressed impeccably, her perfume lingering in the air like a memory. She smiled like she had stepped out of my past, radiant, confident, and unaware of the storm she was walking into. My heart thumped, but it wasn't with longing. It was anticipation, sharp and controlled, like a predator waiting for the right moment. "Wow," she said, scanning me. "You've really done well." I nodded. "Thanks. So you're here." "Because," she laughed nervously, tucking a strand of hair behind her ear. I wanted to see you. I wanted to reconnect, maybe see if there's a chance." After all these years. I smiled, just a little, carefully measured. Of course. Let's talk. But inside, I was already planning. The part she didn't know. This wasn't just a meeting. It was the beginning of a reckoning she never saw coming. We sat across from each other at a quiet corner table, the hum of the cafe fading into the background. She talked about her job, her travels, her life. Vaguely impressive, but nothing compared to the empire I had built while she was busy moving on without me. I listened politely, nodding, smiling at the right moments, while my mind calculated every word, every reaction, every nuance of her expressions. Then I asked the simple, loaded question that had been simmering in my mind for years. Do you remember why we broke up? Her eyes flickered, a hint of discomfort flashing across her face. I just felt like we weren't compatible. You weren't ambitious enough for me back then. I leaned in slightly, letting my tone remain calm, deliberate, and deceptively casual. Interesting. You see, I was busy building something real, and while you were leaving, I was learning, growing, and creating the life I wanted. Her confident smile faltered. She paused, searching for something to say, but I could see the shift in her demeanor. A tiny crack forming in the polished facade she had perfected over the years. I remember every time you told me I wasn't good enough, I continued, my voice steady, or that I should earn more, do more, be more. And you know what? I did. I built everything myself, without shortcuts, without using anyone. And now, I'm living the life you only dreamed of. She opened her mouth to interject, to explain, to soften the blow. But I wasn't done. So yes, Samantha, I've forgiven you. But forgiveness doesn't mean letting you back in. It doesn't mean I owe you anything. You had your chance, and you blew it. Her face went pale. I could see her mind racing, realizing the roles had reversed. The girl who once had me wrapped around her finger was now powerless, watching the man she left thrive without her. Every ounce of control she thought she had vanished in seconds. I leaned back, casually sliding my business card across the table toward her. Here's my contact. Not that you'll ever need it for anything serious. My tone was polite, almost indifferent, but the weight behind it was undeniable. She left the cafe with her shoulders slumped, a polite smile plastered on her face that didn't reach her eyes. I watched her go, feeling a strange mix of satisfaction and closure, that rare calm after years of simmering pain, the betrayal, the heartbreak, the nights of crying alone. They were all worth this moment. Weeks later, I started hearing whispers. Samantha had been trying to reconnect with my friends, attempting to network her way back into the circles she had once scorned me for not being a part of. She posted on social media, subtly bragging about her success and hinting at a renewed connection with me. But I had already secured my empire, my influence, and my peace. She was left on the outside, realizing too late that success isn't something you can borrow, charm, or manipulate your way into. It's something you earn through sweat, sacrifice, and relentless determination. That day, I learned the ultimate lesson. Success isn't just about money or recognition. It's about proving to yourself that you don't need anyone who ever doubted or abandoned you. And sometimes, the most satisfying revenge isn't hatred, confrontation, or sabotage. It's simply living better than anyone ever expected, thriving in the life they never believed you could build. Samantha came back, hoping to reclaim what she once lost, but she didn't get me. She didn't get my time. She didn't get my heart, and she certainly didn't get my empire. She had missed the window, and life had moved on without her. Because in the end, I had already given her exactly what she deserved, the life she thought she could never have. lived by the person she underestimated. Moral: the best revenge isn't revenge at all. It's becoming everything they said you couldn't be, and thriving without them. Success is the sweetest victory. And that's the story, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and felt every twist and turn with me. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps me out. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my future stories. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.